Hi everyone, Cheryl here with a video tutorial on how I did my glass flowers technique. And it's been a long time since I've done a video, so if I mess up, oh well, I'm gonna keep recording. Anyways, I absolutely love making these, and the stamped image I used here is called Flowers, and this is from for Stamps. And I absolutely love the way it turned out. And I think you can see it really well. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I did was I stamped my stamp twice. And I use Memento Black ink. And then the next thing I did was I picked the shape that I want the base to be. And so I just picked one of the Spellbinders dies. And so that's the next thing. And then the next thing I did was I fussy cut both the flowers with the two attached leaves. And you can see those here. And so those are those two. And then I did cut out some of the other leaves, the big leaves, to go ahead and use. And so I'm going to set those aside. And so the next thing to do would be to pick your colors. And for this one here, the base, you're not going to really see the bottom flowers so much. So I went ahead and used BV00, and that was the closest I could find that would coordinate with the Dusty Concord Distressed ink. And so that's the color I used to do that really quick. I just colored them in. I didn't do anything fancy or any shading or anything like that. And then for the leaves, I did start those just so I would have some of it done. But I'll go ahead and show you. I went ahead and used YG95. And let's move this up a little bit. Okay, just want to make sure I'm in frame. And so I just kind of start at the bottom. And kind of just go around. So you can kind of just do that really quick, because I always come back in once I come in with the lighter color. So I've got the dark down, and now I'm going to come in with YG13. And this just gives it the lighter shade. And you are going to see, you'll see all these. Okay. And I just kind of color them in. Try to blend the darker color. I don't know if you're able to see that very well. And some of the bigger leaves are going to be covered anyways with the ones we've cut out. And sorry about my voice. Everybody's been sick here, and I feel like I'm getting something too. So now I'm just coming back in with the darker color just to kind of fill in where, and okay, so this part's done. So now what we want to do is, what you'd want to be doing is take your leaves and go ahead and do the same on these little guys. And all I did was take the dark on the bottom and brush it upwards. Nothing fancy. Whoops. Oh, those are attached. I guess I should have my other glasses on. Oh my. Okay, so those are ready. Sorry, guys. Like I said, it's been a while. Okay, so these are both prepped, and they'll be ready. So the next step is to color these, the greens on these. And I just found that it was easier just to cut them with the flower, so I left them. And then, oops, hopefully you could see that. Okay. Alrighty. So now I do need to get the leaves off of these. So I like to use my small scissors for fussy cutting. And I'll just cut that one. So there's that one. And then I want to cut this one because I am going to use both of those. Okay. And I need a drink. Sorry. Next step is I use the Neo Opaque. It's just a paint. And I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. So this is, and it's a yellow. And I'm going to use that in the centers of the two flowers. And you just need a little bit. And so that's one reason why I like this little mat here. And I always try, see I got some green on there. I don't know how I did that, but maybe because some's on the mat. So I like to just do it on the paper just to see. And I still have some green, but that's okay. So I'm just going to dab it in the centers. No wrong way to do this. Just real simple. And so that part's done. And that goes in the water. Okay, so those are done. And I don't even know where my rag is. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Okay. And then next I want to dust. And so I'm using the Dusty Concord and just get a little bit on there. And again, I like to make sure it's the darkness that I want. And so I'm going to just come around the edge, and hopefully you could see that. And I just do the edges, and I need a little more because it needs to be dark on the edge. So I just come around the edges and do those pretty dark. And then you can come in to the center a little bit for lighter. And if you want it darker on the edges, you just come around a little bit more. And this one will be done. I love doing the dusting. It's really easy. So there's that one. And then here's the second one. Hi, Misha. And okay, so that one's done. And the next step is to now come in and just cut down the petals. So just on the lines. And that way it's easy to move these around. And I think I've got them all. Okay. And see, that way the petals will all move. And same with the bigger one. And I just kind of come in. Hopefully you could see. And I think that one's all done. Okay, so now we're ready for the fun part. So I use just a clear embossing powder that I keep in something that I can just dip it in. And so that's the one thing you'll need. And then I like to use my glue pad. That's the other thing. I have been on a kick doing these lately. It's actually really fun to make them and see what they look like. And then, of course, you're going to need your heat gun. And I want to move all this other stuff out of the way. So we'll start with the flour. So basically what I do is I just take my flour and press it down into the glue pad. Okay, so that one's in there. And then go ahead and dip it. And then I heat it up. And I do the heating process roughly about three to four times. It just depends on, you'll be able to tell if it looks glassy enough or glossy enough. So just dip it again. And you can kind of see and these will be super hot, so you don't want to touch them. I try to use different tools to help bend them, because once you bend them while they're a little bit hot, you'll be able to shape them. And let's see if I could show you what I mean. So now I think it's probably, it's still warm, but I'm able, see how I'm able to shape that. And sometimes your tool will get caught in there. And if that happens, I just heat it again. And I think I want to heat that one again. But you could see it actually. Okay. And you can just shape it. You can roll the edges if you want. There it went, got stuck again. Okay. And so then I'll just set that where it's gonna go. And I do the same thing with the smaller flower. And just get it in the glue pad. And then in the clear embossing powder is what I'm using. I've done this on, you can stamp your stamp on pattern paper. You can color them with copics. I've done them a few different ways. And that one's still warm. Oh, and see, you could tell I didn't get the edges dark enough on this one, because the edges should be really quite dark, but that's okay. It's still... And that one's ready. Whoops. Okay, so I'll stick that one there. And I think I blew all my leaves away. Oh well, I'm going to go ahead and show you with a few of the leaves. Oh. And I do the same thing. I just pat them down. And my video is probably quite long. That's what happens when you don't do a video for a while. I'll have to work on my time. And I love that you could shape the leaves however. And so there's one. And then here's another. And I forgot to plug in the hot glue gun, but usually I'll put these down with hot glue. It's just real quick. Whoops. Okay. Wonder if I could put that in really quick. Okay. And I think these are the last two. I might have lost one, but that's okay. And there's another one. So I think I've got 1, 3, 4, 5. I am missing one. No. Yep. I kind of see it. You surely don't have to worry about these getting ruined or smashed because they harden up. Yep, I am missing one, but that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and put this together. Hopefully my glue gun works. Or is hot enough. Nope. Oh, shoot. Anyway, so then what I do is you could take your flower and try to match it up a little bit. And my glue gun isn't really hot enough, but... Or you could use your foam squares. You can put those on the bottom of your flowers if you want. And that'll give it a little more height. But I do like using, for these, the glue gun. And you can put them however you want. There's no wrong way. But I do like them when they're standing up a little bit. And this will be my last one. And just to give you an idea. And there you have it. And I hope you enjoyed my video tutorial today on doing the glass flower technique. And thank you for stopping by and have a wonderful day.